Here's what I mean when I write in a pattern that you should be alternating single crochet and loop stitch in an increase round. For example, in this round we would have to make an increase and a single crochet, an increase and a single crochet. So I'm going to start with the increase, alternating loop stitch and single crochet. That means I will start with my loop stitch, and then because this is an increase, I would single crochet in the same stitch to create 2 stitches in the same stitch for my increase, but I'm still alternating. So for the single crochet, I will make, instead of that, it's a loop stitch, so that we can continue with the pattern of loop stitch, single crochet. Now in this next increase, it's going to be the other way around because we just made the loop stitch. So it's going to be single crochet and a loop stitch inside of the same stitch for our increase. And we continue with the single crochet because we have our loop stitch in the previous one. And that's the way you would end the round. And you can see here that you have 1, 2, 3 loop stitches, and we have our increase round as it should be. When you finish the round, remember that you need to be pulling all of your loops towards the right side of your work every time you finish a round. So insert your hook on the stitch where you created the loop stitch, take the loop and pull it through and out. Take your insert in the stitch, take the loop and pull it through and out to the right side. This way all of your loops are going to be on the correct position, and it's going to be a lot easier as you go on to the next rounds. Okay, I'm just going to show you how it looks when you're done doing this. Okay. Here's an example of the loop stitch applied in a project. I will explain what kind of loop stitches I use for each part. Here for the mouthpiece, I was alternating loop stitch and single crochets through this part. Here in the head, it's a little more, because I didn't want this to be as hairy. Then here I have a more full fur. So this is these are like full loop stitches all the way. Here in the ear, these are alternating, actually it's rows, and it's alternating loop stitch and single crochet rows, but the loops are way longer than, for example, here. And I actually worked from shorter loops to longer loops so that this part would look a little more like a cascade. And here in the little legs, I just have loop stitches in this area, and it's actually like just 2 rounds of loop stitches. And the body, it's alternating loop stitch and single crochet as well, the body, so it was not too furry here. And it's actually really fun when you cut the loops and you fluff them with the wire brush. This is a texture that gets created, and actually you can cut it, you can trim it, you can just make it look as cute as you want.